The silhouette. It was one of the coldest nights for Lara's court, and it seemed that the fountains of heaven had been broken by the harsh stone that made its rumbling lightning sound, with a colossal sound that even a deaf person would have heard. Lara Sock entered the dark cave and turned on her flashlight to continue her investigation. As the whole environment progressed, it felt different. The skulls of people and animals were embedded in the cave walls, written with signs that looked like runes. They continued advising, and Lara felt piercing looks coming from the walls and asked Alexito.
Have you felt like they are watching you?
Alex said, I thought I was already delirious, but I see that you felt them too. Anna said,
Now are you going to go over and back down?
the sound of chains is heard. Everyone is silent and illuminated where the sound came from, but they didn't see anything. They continued to advance and came across the path. Alex said, I'm going to the right. You girls go to the left. None refute about this. Alex enters the path he chose, and then Lara and Anna enter from the left side. But upon entering a few minutes later, they feel a few steps behind them, that each time they were getting closer and closer. Lara and Anna, who had noticed, decided to shine a light on the place where the steps came from. And the moment they lit up, the two flashlights went off, leaving them only to see a silhouette of the guilty of those steps. And at that moment, voices began to come out of the walls. As if all the embedded skulls were trying to say something. Voices so chilling they sound like the voices of hell. About 10 seconds after the flashlight had been turned off, between those voices, Lara heard chains that made them shiver, and 2 seconds later, Lara feels something splashing on her face and clothes. All of these made that her heart would speed up and breathing difficult. Lara remembers that she has a lighter in her pants, but when she picks it up, she wonders within herself, should I turn it on or not? Part of her say not turn it on, and part of her say yes. She was scared to know what she might face. That is what that thing that was chasing her and the cause of everything that was happening. Lyra makes up her mind and turns her lighter, and immediately silence was present in that place. Lara realized that Anna isn't with her and that everything in the cave was normal. But she looks at her clothes and saw that they are all full of something like blood. And she looked at the ground and saw a trace of the same thing that had been dyed on her clothes. She began to draw conclusions about what had happened to Anna. During doubts and confusion, Lara decided to run to find Alex. As she was leaving the path she was on, she began to see a radiant light in the distance, which gave her a spark of hope. But when she reached the exit, it was just her a cry of anguish and despair.
Alex!
And there was the shattered body of her dear friend. Next to him, you could see the silhouette of someone who disappeared immediately Lara came. Scared and confused, she ran to her friend's body. After several minutes, she realized something. The same silhouette that appeared when Anna disappeared was the same that was next to Alex's body. She just wondered, what is happening? Whose silhouette is that? As she asked herself these questions, she heard a scream coming from the way she entered with Anna. Confused and despaired, she ran off hoping that her friend was alive and could save her. Upon arriving at the place, she witnessed how a silhouette dismembered her friend. She immediately covered her mouth so as not to scream, but skulls began to mock like voices that came from the hell itself. The silhouette looked back and realized that Lara had desperately fled. The cause of the death of her friends came after her, leaving Anna's corpse behind. Lara was about to leave the cave when suddenly the exit was covered with huge rocks. After that, only the strong lightning that shook the whole place was heard. Story goes that the cave was cursed by a murderous silhouette, which to this day is unknown to whom it belonged. After the disappearance of the Stranger Things scientific research group, no one else can near the cave.